song is for you to write, copy the music. Big theater and they took my lineup, like, let me speak. And TK stuff at the time we could not write for Saturday, at the time we could not write for Saturday, and I love you. So anyway, Kevin is like, yo, he tells the show at the time wasn't called Live Amp Mix Days from the show. Another guy of mine who's back in the States now, an American guy called Sway. Like it kind of breaks and be like, what the hell was first? To me, who talk kind of opposite. They used to be like trying to as a cameraman, it wasn't these small cameras. Those days were big camera, you know. And Kevin wasn't these small cameras. Those days were big camera, you know. And Kevin was some guy always holding the camera. And like it kind of breaks and be like, best guy always holding the camera. And like it kind of breaks and be like, best creatures. Those days were this is it. And like, no, it's still too soon for people in the camera. And how about was there is creatures? Well, how about the best idea? And how about was there is creatures? Well, how about the best idea?
Could actually change the stock fells at the end of this video as well. It's fund. We're a group contributory with the organ and a lot of needs I spoke about enterprise you guys to learn today that perform regulatory oversight. Significant systemic shadow banks and alternative regulated banks in Africa. Systemic transparency. A company you've probably never alternative means it is a later few years ago. Years later, including a few years ago, there'd be a lot of controversies. It was a Forbes. It was such a Forbes. It was such a Brataroy and of India through this as quickly as Brataroy and of India through this as quickly as possible. 1970 changed the financial companies just conglomerate company now and hospital 90s the ambitious which was later renamed Palmy Hotel in a city in America. 0.22 national anthem setting a Guinness World Record. In 2000 national anthem setting a Guinness World Record. In 2004, Sahara Group claims to have over 30 most popular 4 billion investors. Subrata, very important. Collaborating in dollars. I want to re-emphasize, recognized in a business sector. Electric vehicles, retail. The group has been a major promoter of sports in India and was the title uniforms of major promoter of sports in India and was the title uniforms of and force in. This was at the which would sell thousands. Thousands of a day and the Chinese population. But I remember sitting in a presentation when I used to work at ABSA head office, which 5% to financial inclusion. Rickshaw lived in Joburg and I saw a late 100 rand. This money and business interests that sitting with and get the 50 open some of the money and then petrol and cell phones and then they order containers of cell phone parts. We will on the road. We will collect that the money that they've made has been owned in Ubers. The lady who maybe was a will collect that the money that they've made has been owned in Ubers. The lady who maybe was a domestic worker has been able to open Yama, and Brata Roy, biggest financial worker, has been able to open Yama, and Brata Roy, biggest financial, the biggest, maybe about 20. Look at the story of people who can be able to save money, and eventually some of this would end up going into vast majority Africa, and eventually some of this would end up going into vast majority Africa. But I really for anyone who's a
Richard Branson's book School. So wet, bro. Richard Branson's book School next to it. School. I'm gonna go all out in this. Remember, I've been now in the scene for like a lot of years, degree and reputation. Wow, give us good business. The numbers that is all just use my fame, my eyeballs, my clout, transfer it into the